I will be showing you how to translate graphs along the x-axis. So still part of transformations of graphs. And I'm going to be showing you this using Autograph. Now let's type in an equation. So for this example, we're going to be using y is equal to x squared. So just double type the x and you have the x squared. That's your graph. Now let's see what's going to happen if we put a number inside the bracket. So we have y is equal to open bracket x. Let's say if we add, let's say 2, and then just square it because it's quadratic and click on OK. Now I'm putting it on slope plot so we could see the movement clearly. So as you can see, if we add 2, we move the graph 2 places to the left. Now let's see what happens if we subtract a value inside the bracket. So y is equal to open bracket x, so this time it's minus, let's say 3, open bracket and square. Click on OK, and let's see where our graph goes. So remember, the default graph is the red graph. So if it is minus 3 inside the bracket, we have 1, 2, 3 units to the right. So if it's a plus, we move to the left, and if it's a minus, we move to the right if it's inside the bracket. Now let's see if we have we put a variable inside, and we're gonna use the constant control to see the movements. So then we put the default graph, which is y is equal to x squared, and just put in this. Okay, now I'm gonna put in another equation, this time with a variable. So y is equal to open bracket and x plus a, open bracket and square it. Now we're going to use the constant controller and see the movements. So first you have the a as 1, so plus 1. So if you add 1, you move it to the left, so we increase the value. So we added 2 this time, so as you can see, the brown graph has moved to the left, 2 units to the left. So if it's 3, moves 3 units, and if it's 4, it goes 4 units to the left, and the same with 5. Now let's put it back and to 0, and now we have a minus 1. So if we subtract a value to inside the bracket, it moves to the right. So minus 2, it goes 2 units to the right, minus 3, 3 units to the right, and so on and so forth. So now let's try a trigonometric graph. So first we're going to put in our equation. So y is equal to sine x. So the autograph is now plotting the sine graph for us. Now I'm going to put in another equation, and it's y is equal to sine x, and along the x-axis is our degrees. So I'm going to add around 45 degrees and see what happens. Now I'm putting on slope plot so you could see the movement clearly. And if you add 45, as in the previous examples, if you add, you move the graph to the left. So from the red one here, it moved about 45 degrees to the left. So now let's see what happens if we subtract. So y is equal to sine, is equal to sine x minus, let's say 30, and click on OK. So if we subtracting a value inside the bracket, it's going to move the graph to the right. So that's moving the red graph 30 units to the right.